Hello viewers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. If you don't remember what happened last time, it was this. A setback. Minor setback, that's all. Yeah, things got rough. We don't really have a choice but to keep on keeping on though, right? We can't just give up, certainly. So, to that end, unfortunately, as we have no heroes in the 3 to 4 range to bring up, we'll be running a green. Fortunately, we do have this Ancestor's Portrait. That's pretty cool. We have enough time to bring another group up. I really do not think that time is going to be the issue. We'll lose on deaths before we lose on time. Yeah, not too much to say. We're just 2 missions here, gold and resolve XP. We definitely need money. We lost a lot of gold pieces worth of development there. To that end, oh man, we're actually gonna have to sell a trinket. What are we not using? I never equip anybody with a feather crystal. It just, like, does not happen. 1, 2, 3. It's the ruins. Bring, like... Oh, we already have a holy water. Yeah, we're going to travel a little light going into this one. Just because we're pinched on gold a little bit. We would have been just fine to push on if we had succeeded, but we lost a lot of, well, we lost a lot. So we have to recover financially. That's my primary concern. The XP will come in plenty of time, but I have to be able to afford to replace lost heroes. It's a lot of gold worth of equipment and skills. We don't have the stagecoach upgraded all the way. We cannot get level 3 heroes coming in. But
the fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
The early levels of equipment and skills, which is what you get for free with those stagecoach heroes, those aren't the things I'm worried about.
Mind that
not a great start.
Steps are the exception and not the rule.
So part of the reason we're doing a green is because we just like have the loose heroes for it, and there was no reasonably lucrative red available. On the plus side, this should be very easy relative to the stuff that we've been doing. Might be sort of comforting in that way. Get to have a bit of like unmitigated success, hopefully. You might notice I've left a couple of trinket slots open in the party inventory. Again, we're going hard for gold. I want to be able to take home every valuable thing we find. Oh, that's a shame. So hopefully we'll be able to hold on to some money, or some extra money, by bringing home trinkets in addition to the normal loot. Oof. Must you with the crits? Is it really necessary? So this guy needs a little tap. I think the bounty hunter can start in on this. Yeah, the plague doctor can finish this off. Okay.
The slow death, unforeseen.
Nice high speed on that plague doctor.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Don't do that. So We did end up pulling 100% of room battles instead of explore 90% of rooms. If you've been watching the series, you probably know how I feel about that, but we didn't really have a choice.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
This was the only mission that lined up well in all the correct ways at the moment we needed it. Alright, we can get these guys down relatively quickly, I hope.
Destroyed.
Wow, yeah, that's the sort of thing that will do it. Now that she's not in such dire straits health-wise, it's way safer to stun this guy than it is to judge him and hope that we deal enough damage. Curse your incredibly high speed of 5. Curses. Okay, good enough. I didn't really care about the move. I think we're actually going to take a moment and use some very weak heals here. Durandal just sort of has the heals he has, you know. He's doing what he can. I think we have time to play a little bit of recovery. This is going to do 4 to 6 damage. Battlefield medicine is even worse than battle heal.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Aw. I thought it was worth a try. It certainly was unlikely to work.
Nation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Right, got lots of keys for a reason. So the ruin is just lousy with stuff that you unlock with keys. A secret room would be wonderful. That would be really, really good for us. So, sometimes we lose, you know, sometimes we fail at things. This is part of life. The key is to not go on tilt, and I don't know if that phrase is common with everybody, so let me explain what I mean by that a little bit. If you are familiar with the term on tilt, it may be from pinball, where the machines have tilt warnings. They have gyroscopic sensors inside, and they have tilt warnings that lock the table if they detect that somebody is messing with it by, like, picking it up and trying to angle it. Oh, Durandal. So basically, going on tilt, the phrase going on tilt in a gaming sense is sort of derived from that, where it means that a bad thing happens and then you let the bad thing bother you, and because you're bothered, you start making worse decisions. A bad thing happens and then you're upset by the bad thing, and so future bad things, more bad things happen to you. You allow or cause more bad things to happen.
A death by inches.
And it's sort of like, the idea is that you are sort of like the pinball table. A thing has happened that is not the thing that was supposed to happen, at least in your eyes. Oh, both of us failed to kill simple bone rabble. That's embarrassing.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
It's alright, what's his name? Jordy LaForge over here has it under control. Get it? Because he kind of has a visor thing, and also Reading Rainbow. Yeah, so go on tilt. You are like the pinball table. A thing has happened that is not the thing that you thought was supposed to happen, and you have locked up. You are no longer functional. in the classical sense. Hey, a secret door. Okay, so the way I want to do this, I want to maneuver around so that we hit this at the end. So I think I push forward, kind of tail down here, and then come up, and yeah, like that. If we can get a little more scouting information, I may be able to discard these shovels in order to carry more treasure. So obviously, it's bad to go on tilt. You should never go on tilt. But, you know, easier said than done, right? We've all been in that place where a crappy thing happens and it just throws you off. Completely throws you off your game. You are reduced to foolishness and bad plays because you're not thinking straight because you're upset. That would be a real bad thing to happen here, because if we don't recover, if we start playing poorly and kind of throwing a temper tantrum, we stand to lose like a lot of hours worth of work, right? For us to lose the game at this point would be us losing. Geez, I don't know. What is this? Let me click over. I still have the folder open. Darkest Dungeon. This will be video 36. So 20 plus hours. These videos are like half an hour to an hour long. I don't know. I don't know exactly how much, but a lot. Be us losing a lot of work. A lot of hours of my life. A lot of hours of your life watching all these hours of my life. Which, by the way, thank you. You know?
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Thank you for choosing to spend so much time out of your finite life here with me, watching video games, and I hope you're learning stuff. I hope this is valuable to you.
So clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Or, if not valuable, at least entertaining. I'm trying hard to talk about a thing here, and also I'm trying not to talk over Wayne, because I don't want anything to be missed because you couldn't understand me because the narrator was speaking at the same time, you know. So this is we're unlikely to just straight one-shot this guy. Damn it. I'm gonna focus in, make sure she goes down. Well, we'll stun her with the Vestal, or at least we'll try. And Durandal will try to drop this guy and fail. Is it better to stun her or just finish off the Bone Soldier? He hasn't had a turn yet either. Yeah, let's finish him off.
A faint hope blossoms.
Basically guarantees the Acolyte a turn because they are damned fast. But I think it was the right play. Yeah, so if we ooh, nicely done. If we yield to the bad feelings at this juncture, good work. We stand to lose a lot of hours of work. And I'm just not gonna let that happen. Crit heals? Mission for crits? Nothing? Okay.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Wow. We are doing all right on gold.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Oh, not quite enough information. We have to go and check. This could be a battle. Hopefully when we get here, we'll get another 2-hallway scout and it will reveal. Oh, screw these guys so much. So blight them or stun them? Let's go for blight. They only have 12 HP at this level, so... Alright, good enough. And now if we can get a decent finish him off. Alright. And the only thing that gets a turn is the bone rabble. He sure let us have it, though. I really admire his moxie. So the path to recovery is we lost a bounty hunter and a plague doctor. I don't know for sure that we need to replace them with exactly the same classes. But I do want to have a plague doctor up there for sure. And the other stuff we'll see. There's a reason that the plague doctor has the ancestor's portrait instead of the bounty hunter. I don't know for sure if I want to push the bounty hunter all the way up. All the way up to level 6. But the plague doctor is definitely going. Trying to think. I think actually it's busts and portraits that are needed for the stagecoach upgrade. I don't think we need deeds anymore. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm feeling quite a bit better than I was last week, but still sneezy and stuff. Do we need? I don't think we need crests anymore. I'd rather preserve the holy water in the hopes of being able to do that again. Okay, come on, big enough scout. Show me no room battle. Damn it, we gotta go all the way over there.
Oh well. Is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Take a look.
Executed with impunity.
It was in a book. Actually, it wasn't in a book, but I took that. He tore that out of a book, so it's, you know, it's kind of the same. It counts. Ooh. Alright, there we go. Nice. Happy to see that.
Victory. But a victory nonetheless.
Who is eating so much? Oh, you have syphilis and a tapeworm? How did I never... Man. I really did abandon the people at the bottom of the roster, didn't I? Alright, well, we'll see about getting her cured after this.
It's in baubles, paid for in blood.
To be perfectly honest, I may just leave her, because she's definitely not coming to max level. So, you know, gold's tight right at this moment. And she seems to be doing fine, even with her debilitating afflictions. Come on, hit him hard enough? Yes, that is hard enough. That is not hard enough. Oof. It's only a 1-point bleed though, right? Yeah. I said oof before I remembered what we were fighting. Nothing's really intimidating at green level. Okay, so this guy is 1 point of damage away from dying at the start of his next turn. That's inconvenient. Now let's just finish this guy up. I was considering a battlefield medicine. Removing 2 bleeds is so efficient. But it's definitely not as good as just making sure the enemies die. We have not found what I would consider to be like a prodigious amount of loot yet, so hopefully that changes. Although I guess, what with me knowing now that there is a secret room coming, we're probably actually doing fine. Oof, 10 is a fair amount at this level. It's certainly not crippling.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
I will return with Cuthbert's banner and Boleyn's crossbow so as to honor them with a proper burial. I will leave what is left of thrice-damned Mizir and his trinkets to the swine folk. Perhaps they will build him the memorial he rightly deserves. The blackest of fates. 5 of 5. Yeah, random Kickstarter backers, maybe not like the best possible writers. Ha! Joke's on you. He already had Thanatophobia. I guess joke's on you. It kind of feels like the joke's on me, actually. I've been feeling that way a lot lately in this game. Now, our Darkest Dungeon 1 run, there was a death, but, you know, honestly, it went, like, very smoothly. Aside from the death, you know. Oof. It's a lot of food. Alright. So we'll move through up here. Come along, get the mission completion, and then go get that secret room as the final act of the dungeon.
Wealth beyond
50
measure,
gold.
awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I know there's no battle in this room. Why am I psyching myself up like there is? Yeah, alright, go ahead. Go play with the statue. It's not a big deal. Wow. Really? Another hunger event? That's an awful lot of them awfully quickly. So do I want to camp here? Yeah, probably. People are taking a little bit of stress damage. It might be a good idea. Camp and relieve some of that for free, like, just before we go. Awesome. Really, really great. Bounty hunters are awfully good, and they have really good trinket support. Let's see if we can one-shot this guy. We can. I'm gonna focus in here. Let's delete this guy, and then we'll get back to Skeleton Man. Alright, well, I don't think he can Pimp Cup from the front 2 rows. I think he just has the stab. Oh, nope. I guess that's only true of the front row, where he can't goblet, he can only stab. Whatever, look, we're all good with knives.
Wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Alright, if we get a hunger event, I'm gonna be super annoyed.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright, so let's make camp, use it to relieve stress.
Circle in the dark.
We already
Battle may yet be won.
didn't have enough food for a, what do you call it? A hunger event, so reducing our food count even further doesn't really matter, I don't think. You can self-medicate. Isn't that fun? Isn't that enjoyable? And then Zealous Speech. And yeah, poor Plague Doctor's just maybe by the end of this going to need some time in a de-stressing center. A shame.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted,
Alright,
and purpose is made clear.
no hunger events. I will take portraits though. Portraits are fine. Oh no, we didn't surprise them. Let's just make sure that guy doesn't get to do anything untoward. Since there's basically no chance that the Plague Doctor was going to kill him in a single hit. Okay, not bad. Oh no. Not a bump in the night. Alright. Let's go get secret room.
So too will resistance.
Okay, so first of all, we kill the lights.
Now, the darkness
Then we unlock this.
black as death.
Okay. Alright. Yep, that's all we're getting out of here. Okay, it's not a terrible haul.
My room, hall by hall, we reclaim what is ours.
The secret room was very helpful there. I'm pleased that we found that. So Malvison is just a recent hire right off Stagecoach, and so was not part of the Hamlet team last week. So everybody else got double resolve XP from the Darkest Dungeon mission failure, and Malvison didn't, just gets the plus 50% XP from the portrait. So Curious is annoying. It's not a big deal in the Darkest Dungeon though, so
The degeneracy of
that limits how
Hamlet
much I care about it.
nothing, I fear, when compared to the condition of surrounding acres.
Oh, he's like under here. Okay. 38. No, I'm not going to manually de-stress. Even though Malvison is somewhat likely to be on the next mission. We'll just, we'll figure it out, you know. So what does it take to upgrade this the rest of the way? 24 and 16. Well, we can convert some stuff. If I were going to convert crests into portraits, does there have to be 16 portraits? Wow. 45 crests isn't enough to get me from 7 to 16. Very rough. Alright, well, I'm afraid. Let's have a quick look at our options. Do one of these. Nobody is actually out of the green level territory yet. But I think we're going to call this episode here for today. I know it's a little bit short, but I have things I have to get done. So come back tomorrow. Come back next time when we continue doing damage control for the horrible, horrible thing that happened last week. And eventually gear up to go back into the Darkest Dungeon. And we'll see you then.